it's starting it's starting to feel a lot like Christmas. We're starting to tumble in. We're starting to tumble in. Would you like a gray tie-dye aloe bag? It's starting to tumble in like we're winning. Are we winning right now? Are we winning? Are we winning? It feels like we're doing one thing at a time. It feels like we're going from win to win while we're experiencing more wins. It feels like we're at product market fit. Let's talk about Yahtzee and having 13 Yahtzees in a row. 13 Yahtzees, one morning. You see, we can cold open a morning that you think is cold. You can cold open Yahtzee. You can Yahtzee all the time. This video is about Yahtzee. Maybe this can be your morning kickoff every good morning. Are we going to risk a good morning? We are. That's part of saying good morning. During this good morning, during cold open Yahtzee, say good morning to people. Are you having a good morning? It might be Saturday where you are, but it might be every day is Saturday. This is your new morning video. Let's get up out of bed. I consent to you doing what you're doing to yourself in bed. I consent. Because having 13 Yahtzees, it's pretty amazing. Let's talk about saying good morning. Good morning, Ron. Welcome. I'm happy today because somebody got 2026 days of Christmas. And this is irrefutable. This is irrefutable, which is this. There are 2026 days of Christmas. I delivered. I delivered. Let me redeliver. Kind of like a UPS FedEx driver, DHL driver who's redelivering. Because what I'm redelivering are 13 Yahtzees one morning. Maybe it's afternoon where you are. Maybe it's Tuesday night. I don't care. Because what I care about is the counterintuitive truth of Yahtzee and cold open Yahtzees. I'm glad I have your attention. This is your value, so that way you can ADD right along to the next video. AIDA. This is all your value. This is all of your value, which is what makes this video so valuable is I'm giving you all the value right now, which is AIDA. Is that my friend Ada that I met during Cold Open Yahtzee, who went from a stranger to a friend? No. AIDA is attention, interest, decision, action. AIDA, super helpful. This is your pattern recognition. Attention, interest, decision, and then action. You see, you're on a platform where people are screaming for attention. You see, you're on a platform where people, social media influencers, will do anything for attention. Shock, brain rot, every trick in the book to get you to temporarily suspend your own agenda so that way you can pay attention to their agenda. My agenda is your syllabus for the future. My goal is to talk to you and have you talk to you in a future version of you. That's where we're going to compete for attention, not for yourself today, but for your future self. This is being your future version of yourself. They made a movie about this. It's called Being John Malkovich. A super fan who's a moderator, they accidentally wanted not Being John Malkovich, they wanted the video Being Larry Chang, which is not going to be good. Who wants 24 hours of this? Because this is how I am all the time. That's why when I do a 5.5 hour to 7 hour live stream, people got to take a break. People have to take a break. No break necessary. This is going to be the shortest and sweetest video, under 30 minutes. Scripted like it's a fortune cookie machine gun dispenser. There are Pez dispensers, they gin out little sugar pellets. There is no such thing as a fortune cookie message cannon. We just made that up. But that's what this video is going to be, which is bite-sized pieces. AIDA was already delivered. If you didn't quite receive it, this is me redelivering like I'm DHL. AIDA, attention, interest, decision, action. Being John Malkovich, being Larry Chang, being a better version of your future self. Because I'm not talking to your version today. I'm talking to future you that was able to get over the hump. I'm talking to future you that was like, hey, this content helps me get better video to video. I'm not only a subscriber, I'm now catapulting ahead of Larry Chang. That's the definition of slingshot engage. Slingshot engage. If you didn't see Talladega Nights, they've got memes of it. That's what they're talking about, which is slingshot engage. What is slingshot catapulting you ahead mean in the construct of this video? It's 2 girls, 1 cup of knowledge. And for my morning, it's 2 Bibles, 3 people. In the construct of making jokes into real franchises, that would be chapter 69 Snowball. If you're completely lost, 5 words are going to make all the difference in the world. Fuck around and get free food. Because I kept on saying, Silicon Valley, let's fuck around and get rich. Hey, YouTube consortium, let's fuck around and get rich. People got really rich, but then some people got really mad because they're like, oh, I'm rich already. Or is this a scam? This is what's not a scam, which is none of it's a scam. It's all hilarious. I'm sorry that you don't have any Chinese friends. Can you feel the fortune cookie size messages? Because this is fortune cookie message number 17, back to back to back to back to back. Imagine if a black or a white person were to be able to talk shit and back it up. Because when I'm backing up, beep, 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 is not FAGR, hard R. FAGR. Fuck around, get rich. We're not doing that. We are doing that. You're not doing that. But you will do FAGFF. FAGFF, which is fuck around and get free food. How does fucking around and getting free food even work, Larry? How does it even work? It works like two girls, one cup of knowledge. If you're not a girl, pretending to be a girl, that's actually a thing. Everybody's welcome. This is why I run LGBTQ T plus plus, which is one guy, two book. You see, I wasn't just going to tell you, hey, I'm an influencer. Let me influence and persuade your brain. I was going to go eat my own dog food because my dog eats people food. I would eat my dog's food. Oh my God. Do you now understand the Silicon Valley phrase? Let's see if the dog eats the dog food. Because we're not talking about the farmer's dog. We're talking about one guy, two Bibles. You see, these are all jokes in response to when a troll says, I'm a crab. I want to pull you down with me. Larry, I'm drowning. Will you save me? But before you save me, I'm going to try to drown you. True story. If you're a lifeguard, put in the comment, I was trained as a lifeguard, and I know, Larry, exactly what you're talking about. You see, what they do teach you in school at lifeguard training is when you see someone drowning, it doesn't look like they're drowning. It looks like they're having a good time. When you go save them because they're drowning, they're going to try to drown you. You got to get over the fact that they're going to try to drown you and punch you to like knock your lights out. This is what we're doing with two books, one guy. That's how to FAGFF, which is when it's one person, one book, you're basically saying, don't cold open me. When you're doing one person, one book, you're saying, I'm here to read, don't talk to me. Most people are in a don't talk to me face all the time. It's called resting, don't talk to me face. You thought I was going to say resting bitch face. What we're trying to get for free food is we're trying to go 0 to 1 meal of free food. You see, limitless free food everywhere all the time, that's actually not good for you. That's called the DoorDash God account. It's what happens when you're a celebrity and DoorDash gives you a unlimited DoorDash account because they want you to say during an interview, "Oh, what have you been up to lately?" "Oh, just hanging out with friends," and then DoorDashing food. It's the whole let's make Netflix and chill into a meme. That's some pretty smart Silicon Valley marketing. That's product management. Put a pin in that, put that in the tickle box, put that topic in the on deck circle, because we're going to rifle through 13 Yahtzees. What is a counterintuitive cold open? You see, what a cold open is where you're a guy, you see a girl, and you say, I want that girl. So you go over and say hi. People don't do that anymore. That's why it's cold open. It's not a warm open. It's not even a welcoming open. Some people worry about getting canceled. So that's what a cold open is. What a Yahtzee is, where we're doing cold open Yahtzee. What a Yahtzee is for me, it's let's meet in stairwell number 9 at 3:00. Most people's Yahtzee is, oh, can I have your phone number? That's Yahtzee, is what the cool kids say, pulling digits. You see, with cold open and cold open Yahtzee, there's a difficulty. It's called failing forward. There's a difficulty. It's called I'm sorry, you wanted my number. I don't give out my number to blondes with really big boobs who are super charming. I mean, how do I know that you're going to just be loyal? The juxtaposition is meant to help you understand that blonde females, the reason blonde females with big boobs tend to be billionaires, at least in my networking circles, is we, do you like how I'm switching to team team W? We don't see failure as a failure. We see it as a temporary setback, which is why cold open Yahtzee works. There's a thing, it's called a shit test. What it is it's a person feeding you shit. Are you going to be able to rise over it? Do you have a countermeasure? We are now on script. Cold open Yahtzee, she's jogging or he's jogging. I'm jogging. Cold open Yahtzee is where I'm jogging and a girl's like waving. You're going to expect me to shave time, or not shave time, add time to my 5 mile marker? Cold open Yahtzee, as a man, can you get a girl to stop when she's jogging? You see, jogging is one of the hardest things to interrupt. You thought headphones was difficult? Try headphones jogging. This is why it's called cold open Yahtzee, because practice exercise number one is, can you get a hot girl who's jogging to stop jogging and talk to you? Can you? Has that even has that even crossed your mind to even try? Do you see how once you attempt to do that form of cold open, every other cold open becomes massively easy because you have literally no seconds, you have no margin for error. She's literally running, and she's not even running away from you, which is actually good, because if she were running away from you, you'd be running in the same direction. She's running towards you, and it's going to be the Doppler, because that's how fast she's jogging. So it's like being able to stop a bullet train to say, "Excuse me, I saw you jogging there. I wondered if you could help me cold open Yahtzee." Do you see how you don't have that much runway? When I say runway, I'm talking about your airplane taking off from the aircraft carrier called the USS Larry Chang. You see, aircraft carriers, they have a short runway. You're going to have to get up in the air ASAP, or else you're going to have to ditch your airplane, which is cold open Yahtzee. She's reading. After the USS Larry Chang, how are people not reacting to that? If you did like it already, you should like it again. And I do realize that liking it twice makes you unlike it, but I'm having a temperature check. I'm super curious as to who's watching this and not liking me trying to launch you off of the USS Larry Chang. Cold open Yahtzee situation number 2. She's reading. This is called one girl, one book. She's reading. It's going to be tougher to cold open. She's reading. It's going to be actually much easier because you're going to be able to read the cover and then pretty much use AI to say, oh my God, chapter 13 of that book is super similar to every other chapter 13. How do you cold open a person who's reading a book? How do you cold open? She's reading a book. This is her. She's reading a book. What you don't want to do is you don't want to come on the duck. She's reading a book. She's got a cute little book in her arms. What you don't want to do as the duck is be like, hey, hey, I'm 6'5". I want to come say hi to you. Because if she looks up, she's going to be staring at your midsection. No, 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 no. She's reading. This is you. You are aligned in the same direction. She's reading a book, and then you don't even need to touch her. Just lean over and talk, but don't have eye contact, which is, hey, breaking the habit of being yourself. What an intriguing title. Cold open, Yahtzee. Just by cold opening correctly, there's pretty much a Yahtzee. The scenario number 3, difficult. She's with her dad. She's with her dad. And mom. She's with her mom and her dad. She's with her mom and her dad. Can you cold open in that scenario? Which is, hi. I want to come over and say hi. You see, the barrier of being with your parents, you think would be bad to cold open. But that's why I will bribe my grandparents to hang out with me by buying them food and then catching all the delicious vajayjay that gets thrown my way. Cold open Yahtzee, scenario number 4, she's with her brother or 3 brothers. If she's with 3 brothers, most guys are like, I'm steering way clear from that. This is why it's important to just try it one time, because I'm not trying to get in and out of my own head. It's a hot white girl with 3 dudes who are 6'2", 6'3". I don't say to them, or I don't say to myself, oh, what if she doesn't like Chinese food? Or I say to myself, what if she doesn't like student athlete or athletic people? Or I don't ask myself and get in my own head before I even go say hi, what if she doesn't like super hot guys who are tall? I don't think those things. I just think, how would an Australian Shepherd go say hi to a girl Australian Shepherd while having 3 brother Australian Shepherds that are in their litter? And it's like a litter of 24-year-olds plus or minus 3, a reunion. It's like a litter reunion, and I'm another Australian Shepherd. That's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking the most simple thoughts. Cold open Yahtzee, she's with her 2 brothers or 1 brother. Hi. She's sitting there eating. Easy. Easy. She's looking at you. It's so easy right now. It is so easy right now. Cold open Yahtzee, she's walking her dog. Right now, you're in competition with people who are basically in default social anxiety. By default, brain broken, can't read 5 pages. Cold open Yahtzee, look at Ron. He's a boomer. He's rocking 0 pages read in 2026, 2025, and 2024, yet he aces the greeting. Look, he aced the greeting. He aces the greeting every time. He never likes because he's conflicted about his likability. And I'm not talking about my likability. I'm talking about he's he's being kind of Jew God about his likes because he thinks that if he likes stuff, that he's going to be dispensing too many compliments. He's trying to mitigate. He's trying to mitigate. He's trying to mitigate by by being very, very, very stingy. I didn't even have the word for it. I was searching for it. That's how unstingy I am. Is I barely like that word is not in my lexicon. I had to search for it. Proof. You saw me search for it. Cheers to coffee house networking. Cheers to cheers to two Bibles, three people. Cold open Yahtzee. How do you cold open two people with two Bibles? Because I wasn't running a Bible study. I was running two books, one Larry Chang. So hot. So hot. So hot. Chapter 11, page 182, Dan Olson. All we're doing is when people do cold open us, we want to refer them to one of the pages that we memorized. How many fortune cookies, how many fortune cookie messages have you gotten? Because Ron, it's your hashtag. I wrote it down, which is chapter 69, FAGFF. You see, 14 videos ago, Ron, who said good morning, decided to say, Larry, I'm rich. I don't need any of your money jujitsu. I don't need FAGR, which is fuck around, get rich. I am rich. 9 videos ago, the chinks in the armor started to appear. 3, 4, maybe 6 videos ago, Ron says, I'm poor. When he said I'm poor, he's not really poor because he's one of those rich people who is poor relatively, but he's not saying I'm poor because he's rich. He's saying now my brain is open. 2 words, I'm poor. You see, once your brain's open or vulnerable or available to be pliable, then you become cold open Yahtzee because you're not trying to cold open women. You're trying to Yahtzee money into your bank account, chapter 69, FAGFF. Because when Ron said, I'm rich, I was like, okay, what if other people are rich? Because there's a lot of rich people that watch my content. What if instead of helping them get rich, which isn't a get rich quick scheme, it's more like a get rich because 99% of people get stuck at $0, which is if we could just leave $0. That's why I Yahtzeed FAGFF. Fuck around, get free food. Once that clicked, it clicked specifically with a treasure map of how to get 1 meal of free food, FAGFF, which is fuck around and get free food. Someone else had a heartbreaking admission, which is Larry, I'm depressed, I'm fat, and I'm trying to be positive. But if I'm being honest with you, heartbreak point, I really come to your streams to borrow positivity from you because my life is temporarily hopeless. Question that I asked for that person Remember, we're playing Yahtzee. These are 13 Yahtzees, not to be the only person doing GAAP accounting, generally accepted accounting principles, for how many Christmases have I spat out in under 30 minutes. Now we're in the bonus round, which is over 2,000 Christmases, but maybe you don't believe it. Let me do 13 more Yahtzees. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, okay, that's Jesus Christ's birthday. Say happy birthday, Jesus. We just prayed real quick. Jesus, happy belated birthday. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Which is, okay, thank you for telling me that you're depressed out of your mind and being honest and emotionally real. You're not dragging me down. You're being honest with me while dragging me down. I then said, okay, what nonfiction book do you have? And he's like, a Bible. I'm like, what? I don't want to sell a Bible. By me having a flexible brain, if I don't have a flexible brain, because you guys affect me. So I learn from being affected. Affected person in the Western seaboard of the United States of America said Bible. That's when I came up with, let's sell one Bible to Lucifer or a follower of Lucifer. Let's sell one Bible to somebody with dark energy for $800. For $800. You see, giving you a free Bible for $0 is kind of like me giving you free advice here. You're just gonna do what poor people do, is one, not say thank you, and two, say, can I have more free shit? Where if you were Caucasian, you would say thank you, and then you'd be out of your doom loop. It's a loop of doom. It's a doom loop, and you're trying to drag me in. This is me saving myself because you're trying to drown me, and you're a cute little starfish. Imagine if we're walking along the beach and it was a storm. The storm is called Regular Life 2026, and you're a starfish and you washed onto the beach. So I take you, because remember, or maybe you don't remember, maybe you don't know, starfish live in the motherfucking ocean. You're going to die on the beach, and your little arms can't crawl your way back into the ocean. And if I'm also being honest with you, you literally don't know the difference between your butthole and your face. I read the homosexual Hail Marys. All are welcome here. You don't know if you're crawling up a hill or down a hill because you've never been on land before. You can smell the ocean, but your little arms, you're not a reptile, you're not amphibious, you're a starfish. Meet Larry Chang. Starfish, meet Larry Chang. I'm going to grab one of your arms, okay, because they're actually very robust, and fling. I'm flowing you, I'm flowing you. I'm flowing you, throwing you back into the ocean because Yahtzee, I saved one. Meanwhile, I got a boomer chirping. I got a boomer talking some black and white people shit, which is black people and white people talking shit to a Chinese guy with a really, 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 really good arm. Really good arm. I could probably beat you left-handed. I I get that joke mixed up all the time. I can probably beat you right-handed. Because me saying I can beat you left-handed, that's kind of a dick thing to say. Because I am left-handed. You're talking so much shit as black and white people. This is the shit that people talk, which is, hey, you can't save all the starfish. Stop. What? That's like saying, Larry, what are you doing on YouTube? You can only save 35 blondes. You can only save 35 blondes. There are 50 million blondes. You can only save 30 of them, 60 of them. You can only save 65 of them. Because I would keep walking along the beach and would pick up a starfish, okay? I'd pick up a starfish with my left arm and then fling. Because guess what? Me saving that starfish, it mattered to that starfish. It mattered to that starfish that you can swim better in water than you can swim on sand. Running in sand is very hard. Deafeningly quiet, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for not filling up the chat. Thank you for sitting there quietly and listening, because it's about to become even more amazing. We're talking about cold open Yahtzee. I was doing my own lemonade stand. I was doing my own dog food practice. I was doing a coffee shop. One Larry Chang, two book. One Larry Chang, two book is where I read one book and then I sell the other book for $800. That's why selling a Bible at first was weird, but it was fine. You see, it seems to be impossible to sell something for $800. It seems impossible. It seems impossible. It seems impossible. Where you win is, even if you temporarily fail, you still win, and you've never done that before. In fact, you've done work and then said, can you delete my work? Because you've never been in the quiet and loud and quiet discomfort of, I don't know what fruits are going to fruitify. That's a word. You get it. You don't know what ideas are going to matriculate. You don't know how it's going to pan gold, because you're not a 49er. You've never mined Bitcoin. You've never mined gold. The way to do it is you find some river, you get a pan. You want me to show you how to mine gold? Because I got a pan. And when it comes to 49er shit, this is how to mine gold from me to you. You see, 49er is a football franchise that's based on 1849, a gold rush. This is the Silicon Valley gold rush from me to you there in Shitholesville, India, Pakistan, Cleveland, Ohio. Shitholesville, which is Pakistan, India, or Los Angeles downtown. It's all a shithole. Thank you for your shithole videos. I had no idea how shitty your first world country has become. I had no idea how shitty. Which is why this is Yahtzee. You see, I'm turning around your butthole living conditions, and I'm helping it go from butthole to best. Butthole to best. Ass to monument. ATM. Larry, you're hilarious. Is this all a joke? When you ask retarded questions, you stay retarded. Hard R. FAGR. Fuck around, get rich. Chapter 69. FAGFF. Do you need me to repeat that hashtag, Ron? Or have you left? Because you can get 7 free meals, free food. I know that you're retired and maybe they have an unlimited meal plan in your government subsidized 55 and over community. I do CRM, crowd reading management. For everybody else that wants to also get free food, not unlimited free food for life, okay, but just free food, comma quote, hashtag chapter 69 FAGFF. Larry, I don't understand what's going on here. This is my first Larry Chang video. This is how it is all the time, which is there is no workshop for you to pay me $6.24 because by the time you figured out it was valuable, the workshop's over. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Oh, when you say nothing is free in life, pal, I'm going to make you a moderator because you're trying to mentor me and I'm going to say one word. It's going to offend you because I hate it when too many black people come to the library and then they shoplift books at a library. Ditto pilfering books from the library. I hate it. Oh wait, that's never happened in the history of Biblioteca. Mm, mm. Maybe a library costs money in Brooklyn, Alabama. Something with a B. Don't tell me where your city is. But you said nothing is free in life, pal, as if you're my friend. Very overly familiar. Very overly familiar. You know what's free? Free rent for sorority girls, Duck 9. I know. See, a library offends people because you can borrow books for free. This is how Goodwill Hunting works. This is how Larry Chang works. So I get what you're saying. Can I translate since you're a moderator? Moderator, will you moderate this? What you're saying is, Larry, you should not be free. Oh, I should be taking notes. I should pay you to be a moderator. I should pay you to troll and say negative shit. I should pay you to be a crab in a pot. Maybe I'll just pay you free food. What number of chapter did I say? Because I said it right before you said nothing in life is free. Oh, now your brain's on. I said a number. I don't know if you know how to play sports, such as football, basketball, or baseball, but people who are casuals, they think we just roll our helmet out there and then automatically get a W. The Niners are playing Philadelphia. Because what we're talking about is I gave you a call sign, I gave you a compression algorithm, I literally gave you a protocol for money because you said nothing is free in life, pal, but I'm proving to you that something was free. It literally just went over your head. So what number did I say? What was the last word? What was the last number that I said? Do you remember? So it turns out everything that I say in these videos is free, but it has a detail, and I'm not going to say that details matter. I'm not going to say that we are going to be on the same page. But if you watch football, it's okay if you're not heterosexual. It's okay if you're not Caucasian. But if you're Caucasian and you're heterosexual and you watch football, listen for the media interview because they're going to say this phrase. This is what the winners say. Oh, me? Shucks. I'm Larry Chang. I threw for 298 yards, 3 touchdowns. Oops, 1 interception. But that interception was because I hit my receiver in the hands. It bounced from his hands to his helmet. It went up in the air, and then some other motherfucker caught it. Don't blame me for the interception. My QBR rating is still 140. But I can't say that during the media interview. This is what I say. Oh, I had a really good game. Oh, thanks. Well, my coach set me up to win. And quite honestly, we had all of our guys on the same page. You see, they're not working off of one page, they're working off of one call sheet. My call sheet is 2,026 pages. My call sheet, play, call, play, chapter 69, FAGFF. Pretend like, actually, don't pretend like you're the center. You're going to think that this is sexual harassment. Pretend that this is co ed football. You're my running back. That would be the person who's 4 quarters back. They're all the way back. They're back. They're a running back. Me, I am one quarterback. I am under a person called center. So this is co-ed football. There is a 5'10" blonde with giant boobs, blonde hair coming out of her helmet. She's gonna hike me the ball. So I'm gonna put my hands, okay, right by her Bermuda Triangle. It's the area where her butt and her flower come together. So these are my hands, okay? She's going to pass me, she's going to hike me the ball. And that's why I'm perfectly on cue. Perfect. What you said is perfect. What you said is perfect because it's a pyramid of 0.0 levels. It's perfect, which is why what you said was right out of page 62. Put that in the on deck circle. I'm going to incorporate your questions into my Audible. An Audible is where I get to talk because I'm one quarterback from the zero back. The zero back is at the front. They're at the front line. They really should be called zero back because they're at the front line, but let's just go with the blonde who's under center. Oh, I'll explain it in baseball terms in a moment because the blonde, okay, who's under center, she's going to put the ball in my hands like she's placing a ball, okay, on a fucking tee. And she's not putting one of those little baseballs that are 5 ounces at 9 inches circumference. Are you familiar with the dimensions of a baseball? It's okay that you are little league and still use those raised laces as a 32-year-old. So this blonde, she's going to put this starfish, okay, on a tee. She's going to put her vajayjay on a tee. My hands are going to be under center. And I'm going to say this, and if you don't write this down, you're going to lose 3 Christmases. I know what you got for Christmas. You got a ton of coal. You got a ton of coal. These are my hands. They're right underneath her butt and her gina. We're ready here. You see, there's a play clock it's running. It's called I Gotta Go Meet Up with Putty. That's the only play clock that's running. She can wait. You guys can't wait. Your Christmas was kind of shitty. Your Christmas was kind of shitty. Larry, how do you have perfect hair underneath your hat? Because focus not on my hot face or my perfect hair. Focus on my play, call, play. Hashtag chapter 69, FAGFF, comma, 62, 64, 67. What did you say? Pyramid scheme? Chapter 14, turbo hike. Blonde under center. You have to give me the ball now. In baseball terms, I'm putting it on a tee, okay? Can you see this? Okay? But when I put it on a tee for you, the ball's too little. The ball's too little for you. You see, you've been asking retarded questions, but you're a moderator. Is Ozzy 28 because you love baseball? Who do you think's a better shortstop, me or you? Who do you think's a better shortstop? Does it even matter? Because this is me putting it on a tee. But if I put a regulation NCAA low seam clearance baseball, you're not going to be able to hit it square. Ditto 93 miles per hour with 2,800 RPM, revolutions per minute. Because what we're doing, Ron, tell me the hashtag. Tell me the hashtag because I memorize your hashtag. Ron, we're talking about your hashtag right now. You can say hashtag bizarre, but you're the one who said I'm poor about yourself with an arrow. You didn't say I'm poor like making fun of me because this is FAGFF. What number was the chapter? Do you remember the chapter number? Because Ozzy, you're trying to understand everything. This is inside baseball, inside entrepreneurship. There you go. Oh, I thought Ozzy got it. Now you're going to ask me where I'm from. This is your brain. This is your brain. This is your brain, which is you can't expand on a prior. You're going to say, where are you from? And if I say, oh, I'm from fucking China, which I'm not, then you'd be like, oh, they must teach this shit at China Stanford versus where you're from, which is obviously the Midwest. The reason I know you're from the Midwest is you're able to handle hard coaching. You're able to handle hard coaching. I'm not going to ask you if you've ever met Michael Jordan before, but what I will ask you, oh, good job. It is chapter 14 because you mistakenly asked me, hey, is this a pyramid scheme? Because if you knew how a pyramid scheme could work, you would know this. You see, pyramid scheme is standing right next to Ponzi scheme. Ponzi is an Italian dude who steals from one person to pay interest on another person while pretending to be rich. Charles Ponzi did this aboard a luxury cruise liner by sending telegrams, a lot of telegrams, and everybody'd say, how do you have $80 to send so many telegrams? Because sending a telegram off of a luxury cruise liner, it's expensive. So by pretending to be rich, Charles Ponzi, was able to temporarily be rich. Here is every pyramid and Ponzi scheme's mistake because it's not run by Stanford Engineering or University of Illinois Engineering, which is don't pretend to be rich while you're running a Ponzi. This is why black and white people, they Ponzi wrong every time. And if I'm going to say Ponzi wrong, I'm really trying to say Ponzi Wong. This is why you want to double bag your boobs when you're on the roller coaster. Double bag, it's where you do an Aloe sports bra. Do you like how I mentioned friends of the channel? Do you like how I mentioned friends of the channel in answering questions? Because you're not going to diarrhea yourself, but double bagging or triple bagging your boobs, completely going to make sense. If you're going to look at sports bras, I very much recommend our friends over at Aloe. Our friends over at Aloe. Going to filter some green tea. Oh my God, I almost stepped on you. Brittany, you're like a little small dog. I almost stepped on you. BitConnect. That's a Ponzi scheme. It's a Bitcoin Connect Ponzi scheme. Chapter 14, pretending to be rich. It's a very white and black thing to pretend to be rich. Allegedly, one of those ethnicities, all of their wealth is on their person, jewelry outside of their clothes, shoes. Yeah. You can actually succeed at a Ponzi if you just didn't spend any of the money. Has no one ever come to that conclusion? Also, you can't have 7 levels of Ponzi. The maximum levels of a Ponzi are 0 levels. How do people not read ahead in the book? Oh, oh, that's chapter 14. Oh, thanks for telling me it's a good stream. This is perfect because you are at full circle. Larry, can I come work for you in your Ponzi scheme? Because what you are saying, that do you see how you've come full circle? So this is how to do a not a 360 jam. Oh, boring. This is how to do a 960. It's a triple axle jamaroo because you said, wow, this guy's a fucking genius. I want to stand next to greatness. Will you hire me? By asking that, I know that you only have 2 business models. One is, are you from the Midwest? It doesn't matter. You don't have to tell me. Most people only have 2 business models: beg, borrow, steal. I get the sense that you don't steal. That's good. I knew that you were Caucasian. I knew that you're Caucasian. I'm not saying that all black people steal. I'm just saying that black people commit the supermajority of crimes in Africa and America. Oh, yeah, there you go. You're fucking Asian. No wonder you want to come work with me. You thought you were trolling me. I'm going to make you a fucking moderator. Are you fucking Indian? That's what you asked. Or maybe you're asking somebody else. Maybe I'm catching strays. Chapter 14, you read ahead. The way to perform a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi is you leave it at 0 levels. So when you get free food, you don't have to pay me a commission. That's what makes it amazing. That's chapter 14, speed reading. Chapter 69 for Ron is Warren Buffett's Snowball. Warren Buffett's Snowball. That's because his book only has chapters 1 through 64. You can say that you've never been to a famine, but wait till what happens in America. I'm going to read you an excerpt mentally, which is, it's better to have a hooker in the house, a prostitute in the house, It's better to have a prostitute in the house than to have a corpse for an infant. Let me repeat that. When money dies, Weimar Germany. How many times do you think about the Roman Empire? Because you said eating dog. You said that. You said eating dog because you have not been through starvation. Me, the longest streak I've ever gone for no putty was 60 hours. This is what you want to do when you're on a cold streak. This is cold open Yahtzee. Is you don't want to get a slump buster. You don't want to even try for a slump buster. You see, in baseball, you might be going through a slump. What you don't want to do is you don't want to feel bad about striking out on 6 pitches because you fucking suck at baseball. I'm going to come fluff you up. Who am I? I'm on your baseball team running chapter 69, FAGFF, FAGR, 62, 64, 67, turbo hike. You see, you're in a horrible slump. You strike out a lot. If you fly out to the outfield, that's a win for you. Unfortunately, we're having to face some major league talent right now. Maybe you should just listen to what I'm saying. You see, you've been on a cold streak. We're right now facing a major league level of talent. We're facing Stanford baseball, Quinn Matthews. But Larry, don't you play on Stanford baseball? No. I cheer at Stanford baseball, but I do not play at Stanford baseball. We're facing Quinn Matthews. What the fuck is he doing here? I thought he was AAA baseball. What the fuck? You see, you struck out on 6 pitches against Quinn Matthews. You struck out on 6 pitches. You feel bad, but you could have easily struck out on 2 pitches. I realize that the minimum is 3 pitches to strike out on, but I've seen Quinn Matthews strike you out on your first pitch, where you just give up because you don't think you can do it. You got demoralized on strike number 1. So for you to wait till strike 6 or pitch 6 to strike out, that's a win because you did not even strike out on pitch number 4. The count was 1-2. You fouled the ball off. I can't believe you fouled the ball off. You see, what you're doing is you're not getting fluffed by me, who's running a baseball analogy while running an entrepreneurship analogy, while then quizzing you, what one hashtag do you remember? Because we're playing Yahtzee right now. You're in a room called 13 Yahtzees. We have to get at least one Yahtzee, which is what hashtag? You've asked me for a job. You've asked me for whether or not I'm running a pyramid scheme. You remember chapter 14. Okay, good job. What's the chapter that starts with a 6? No, you can't call me because it's you asking dumb questions and I'm asking you a cocktail question for kind of a lot of money. You see, you have a business model that is mooch for a job. You have 2 business models: beg, borrow, steal. You don't beg. Well, you're kind of begging. This is your 4th business model, is you want to be able to read a book and then say, Yahtzee, I read a book. It doesn't matter if you are a multimillionaire. I'm still asking you if you understand 1, hashtag, and 2, how to make money without risking money. And now you're a multimillionaire that wants to just send me 80 grand. Also, no, also don't call me. That is my real phone number, though, because your brain's broken. You see, when you made multimillionaire, yeah, you should be teaching me. You unfortunately are the one teaching me because I've learned more from you than you've learned from me. I'm literally talking circles around you. You're trying to do a 360 dunk when you've never touched the rim. And I know I'm mixing football, basketball, baseball, but here's the the with them, the what's in it for me, for you, which is when you made 1 million, you went on a bender of vagina. That's why your brain's broken, because you read 0 books. Why would I want to have a person continue to mentor me who has read 0 books? It's the opposite of Yahtzee. It'd be like Oppo Yahtzee. Did we just make up a new game? Yeah. Oh, somebody didn't watch my YouTube short called My Third Eye is My Third Brain, because I didn't know that there are 5 brains. How did I come across this genius thing? It's because I listen and fuck around. FAGFF. It's LAFAGR. Listen and fuck around, get rich. Listen and fuck around, get free food. Because you said third eye, because a girl said nice hair, parentheses, I really want to bang you. She said nice hair, parentheses, I really want to ride your D. I said interesting because I was talking about 5 brains. You said third eye. Third eye blind is not blind, because third eye brain is your brain is your brain. This is for men and women, by the way. This is why I'm the vagina whisperer. This is hashtag vagina maxing. Snowball. Maxing, there's 3 X's. Vagina is in apotaco of a penis, which is combining the hey, nice hair to the clarity of 5 brains. Brain number 1, your brain. Brain number 2, your stomach. Everybody breaks brains. It's just look at your notes, which is chapter 69, FAGFF. You see, I want to do FAGR. I want to do FAGR, but Ron's like, I'm already rich. Ditto Ozzy's lie, which is I'm already a multimillionaire. Because we are exactly making it into a hockey analogy, because I'm skating to where the puck is going to. You see, everyone's brain is default broken. This is why where the puck is going to be is chapter 4, which is I can't read. Me, I've read more this morning doing cold open Yahtzee than your state times 2. Why? Because when I was reading, I was also writing 1 book. Larry, is this YouTube live going to be turned into 3 books? Let's slow that down a little bit. Let's just have it be 1 book, which is pyramid schemes would work if they were 0 levels. Ponzi schemes would work if they were 0 levels. Or a more scandalous book title, by trickling out the knowledge over 15 chapters, which is forward engineering a pyramid scheme. Get it? Because you're skating where the puck's going, which is forward deploying an engineer to build a pyramid scheme, which is 0 level pyramid. Because that's what we're doing right now. Because Ron wanted to not do FAGR, fuck around, get rich. Larry, come to the Pacific Islands. You need to relax out here. That would be dinner first coach. I'm not going to accept your first class ticket to some shitty island. You're not in Kona. Oh, you are in Kona. You are in Kona. You're definitely not Oahu, or else you'd say, oh, no, 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 no. You're in some shittier islands like the Marshall Islands. Don't tell me, don't dox yourself. God, I can always figure shit out. Poor people always say they're rich. Rich people, this is the state of the economy now. This is me explaining it to you in hockey terms. People who are really, really, really good at hockey, who can skate backwards and just dominate. Rich people are pretending to be poor. Rich people are pretending to be. I knew it. How good was I? How good was I? How good was I? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Because when you say I'm in the Pacific Islands, every mainlander only knows Hawaii. So you're teasing Hawaii, but Guam is perfectly on brand. It's perfectly on brand. It's both expensive and shitty. It's Guam. Chapter 69. You see, maybe you don't see. This is why you're going to see. This video is called Cold Open Yahtzee. And what you're doing with this baseball analogy, how's the baseball out there? Do you play shortstop? Do you play shortstop? So you don't play shortstop. Oh, you're an outfielder. I know, it hits close to home. It hits close to home. It hits close to home. I can't help it. Do you play? Oh, you're left-handed and you play outfield and you're not good enough to play first base. Are you a lefty pitcher? You're left-handed though. I know, it's super creepy. There's no way that you're a right-handed pitcher. There's no way. Oh, well, that does explain a lot. That does explain a lot. Do you not play infield? Do you not play any infield? You're an outfielder. You're an outfielder for sure. A left-handed, this is your homework. This is your homework. Shut up. No way. No way. Because you're too emotional to be a catcher. No way. How do you not recognize? I probably do, actually. What organizations did you go through? Did you play D1 or did you play D3 or did you go right to minor league baseball? Okay, baseball player. So, problem. Stanford students were getting screwed in the draft algorithm because minor league baseball, Stanford students quit super fast. They quit super fast. Oh, goodness. Here comes the lie. I'm the two-time. This is what I fixed. You see, Stanford's notorious for getting drafted lower than you deserved. Football, basketball, baseball. Stanford drafted lower than they deserve. I would talk to scouts because I'm the scout whisperer. We're still talking about Yahtzee. And I'm not going to mention Russ Beauvais because you have no idea who he is. Or maybe he's the guy who cut you. It's fine. I ask him and all scouts, hey, are you going to draft Stanford slightly higher? No, it's understandable to not use your real name as an ex-baseball player. And it's fine. I'm fine with that. In fact, I'm fine with all of it. All are welcome. Which is which is I'm not a big batting cage guy because I also don't like to hit balls off a tee. I like I like dry cuts and I like this is what I like. I like when a pitcher tries to execute a pitch because I like to see his face when the ball gets hit up the middle. You see, in a batting cage, you're kind of swinging every time because the only thing that really matters in baseball is when you body language a no swing. I know, I know, I know. I should have been the Kurt Suzuki of my team. I should have been the Kurt Suzuki. Do you know who Kurt Suzuki is? What we're doing right now is we're doing two inside baseball. Let me pull it back with saying I applied inside baseball to be inside entrepreneurship because I identified an arbitrage that I'm super excited about where I come off seeming like I'm a pyramid scheme, seeming like I'm a Ponzi because I'm hard selling you on trying to make 600K. I don't benefit from your 600K. I benefit from forces unknown that are known to me, which is business model. You see, business model is where you said, hey, can I come work for you? Business model is two business models that most people have. Only, only two, which is beg, borrow, steal, or divorce, right? Like that's why women at the 98% level of 98% of women on the planet will not make $100,000 total before women turn 30 total, which is don't moderate each other, don't troll each other. You're standing next to greatness. This is the most valuable video you've ever watched. So instead of having it be a butt measuring contest or a butt cheek measuring contest, maybe have it be a contest for who can memorize the cool things that I say that are inside baseball, inside entrepreneurship, which is chapter 13, hashtag Mushi Mushi Mushi. Duck D's, you're welcome. So when you say I like to troll other trolls, what I like to do is do a turnaround. This is doing a turnaround. This is Duck 9. Duck 9, deeply understanding capital knowledge, deeply understanding credit knowledge, deeply understanding venture capital knowledge, deeply understanding Chinese knowledge as the most white person in America, deeply understanding how to do a turnaround. So you don't have to troll a troll by trolling. You can paw patrol, you can patrol, you can memorize hashtag chapter 69 FAGFF. You're welcome to listen, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to go full pansexual, full neurodivergent. Full pansexual, full neurodivergent. Full pan, full neuro. Wrapping this up because this has been amazing. I promised 13 Yahtzees. I've given about 14 because I was eating my own dog food, taking my own advice, and instead of doing a live, I was going to immerse myself to the onslaught of putty at a public coffee shop. I don't even drink public coffee shop coffee. I don't even drink that. The exercise that I was doing, the entrepreneurship protocol I was doing, is called One Guy, Two Books. You might have seen the viral sensation called Two Girls, One Cup of Knowledge. That's me. I started that. I also started Web 3, Web 4, Web 5, and Web 12. Because if you really knew how to make money, why would you charge poor people money to help them make money? You see, I've been helping blonde with big boobs become a billionaire that I'm going to just assume that when you make $2.3 million per month, that you'll just pay me $2.1 million. Would you like to join my inner sanctum called YouTube Live? This is the inner sanctum. This is a business model. It's called gain share. You see, I'm a master of Alexander Ostrander's book, Business Model Generation. When I say I mastered it, I'm not talking as a black, white, or Asian person. Do you like how Asian Pacific Islanders are catching strays? You see, I'm talking this trash like a ABC who has an ABCD. The way that black and white people talk shit, it's not real. How real is this shit? It's real, real. This is the franchise. See, the franchise that you're getting is Snowball. Now, most people think that Snowball is after third base, she spits it as a snowball. This is Warren Buffett's Snowball. This is how to use AI to take one free vacation from Guam to Omaha. Snowball. You see, you think that AI is a financial scheme scam because it's occurring right now in Silicon Valley. You see, just because they're using US dollars to money launder doesn't make your rent not payable in US dollars. That's how most people are treating AI. Oh, it's all bullshit. Well, if you think it's all bullshit, I argue it's only 40% bullshit. But when you say it's bullshit, you're able to not undertake this task, which is AI is your fifth brain. I'm going to marry up, not myself, because why would I want to let some rando win the lottery? I'm going to connect up a bunch of dangling participles, a bunch of dangling thoughts. They all lead towards a DoorDash gift card from you to me. Yes, the first person to get me a DoorDash gift card will be earlier than the second person who gets me a DoorDash gift card, which is this: fuck around, get free food. That's what I'm doing. Maybe you won't give me any free food, and you staying at zero is just fine. Because when I say 2.3, 2.1, that's a business model called gain share. That's a hilarious form of shit talk because EUBM is engineer up a business model. I'm going to say something that is dangerous but true, is that I understand business models better than the author of Business Model Generation, Alexander Ostrander. See, he doesn't have a PhD thesis, non matriculated, sitting over at my safety college, Harvard, which is the fifth epiphany, which is Larry the Starfish not pulling double duty, not pulling triple duty. Larry the Starfish, he's got 6 jobs. It's not like a Jamaican 6 jobs. It's more like an Indian with 6 jobs, all with separate LinkedIn accounts. You see, My PhD thesis now matriculated Alexander Ostrander business model generation. Mark McCormick, what they don't teach at Harvard Business School. Jeffrey Moore, crossing the chasm. Mark McCormack, what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School. Eric Rees, lean startup. Larry the Starfish is pulling. Larry the Starfish is like that Chinese guy who can walk into any nightclub and pull ass and convert and then come back and then convert again. It's like a machine gun of conversion. It's like a machine. Because what we're now wrapping up, not the video, but the 5 brains that a person has. The 5 brains that a person has. Hey, Larry, you're super hot. Nice hair. Brain number 1 is your brain. Brain number 2 is your stomach. You see, when your stomach's all messed up, you're going to get brain fog. Brain number 3 is chakra 6, chakra 7. You know the area. It's chakra 6, chakra 7. Men have been told, are you thinking with your big head or your little head? Me, with my under 100 IQ points, I'm going to need to find some brain in places that other people don't have brain, because my little head can do better physics and now entrepreneurship and maybe even chemical engineering. Hashtag ChemEng297. Chem Engineering 297. People who talk about their birthday are people who are on social media lying to people about their birthday. Hey, will you wish me a happy birthday? Which is brain number 4. Have you heard, which is your butt? Have you heard people say, oh my God, that was actually good? Did you just pull that out of your ass? People kept on saying that. And then I started to wonder, maybe they weren't being a troll. Maybe they know that I have brain in my ass. And then I said, a lot of women ask me about my ass, such as blonde billionaire Lisa Falzone. What if I took a picture of my ass and sent it to another blonde billionaire, Paris Hilton? You see, my arms are super long. They're much longer than they should be. If you're going to make fun of me, don't make fun of my pencil neck. It's actually pretty muscular. Make fun of the fact that my arms are too long. They're so long that when I take a butt selfie of my own butt, it looks like somebody else took it. Lisa Falzone, Paris Hilton, Quora. Is Larry Chang the Paris Hilton of Silicon Valley? Quora. Why is Larry Chang so strange? All of those are an Easter egg or Christmas in January 10. Because did you just pull that out of your ass? Yeah. But that means my ass must have brain. That's brain number 4. With the advent of Sam Altman, who started ChatGPT, asking me and the rest of Silicon Valley, Stanford, who's going to teach CS 183D, as in ABC? The way that an ABC talks shit, which is an American born Chinese, it's not Asian, it's not black, it's not white. It's succinct. And if I said that my Johnson is X, it's actually 1.5x or 3x. Because believe it or not, a lot of hot white girls will come up and say, "Is it true? Excuse me. Excuse me up there. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have a question." What? I have a question. Is it true what they say about Asian guys? ABC, CS183A had no letter because it was just CS183. Peter Thiel. CS183B was Sam Altman. As soon as Peter got his situationship to teach, I was like, hello, what am I? Chopped liver? Shouldn't I be teaching B? You're going to have a dude who didn't even graduate Stanford. Me and Steve Jurvetson, we could have graduated in 2 years. We didn't graduate because you can't play sports. This is back before NIL, where you had to be enrolled in college. I know, crazy, right? Now sports is you don't even need to go to class. What the fuck? So I can't graduate in 2 years. I got to play sports for 4. Peter Thiel decides that B should go to pansexual neurodivergent or just pansexual. 2012. I don't have a chip on my shoulder. I have a boulder on my shoulder in the same way that Olga, a terrific bra company, has over the shoulder boulder holders. I will be dating 7 more Victoria's Secret models, mom and dad, before I get married. Larry, who are they? You thought I was going to date a Victoria's Secret model that is currently a Victoria's Secret model. I'm going to date a girl and then I'm going to FAGLMVS M. Let's fuck around and let's make a Victoria's Secret model. FAG VSM. Mom, Dad, I hope that answers the when am I going to get married question. Maximum 9 more Victoria's Secret models, max. Why? Because I want to have a couple more startups before I settle in for the long snooze. The long snooze, which is, I know, ouch, Peter Thiel asking Sam Altman to teach CS183B. The reason I was so wanting to study what CS183 was is I was trying to figure out how much of my content that Peter Thiel was going to steal for Deployed Engineer, Chapter 6. You see, Peter and I had a mentor. His name is Mark McCormack. Peter never mentions Mark McCormack because he's pansexual, neurodivergent. Me, I am not pansexual and I am not neurodivergent. In baseball, if I got 2 at bats because I started shortstop in the 8th inning, I would be 5 for 2, which is why I'm even on the team in the first place. That's how the math works. I just made the intangible tangible. Yeah, I don't get to play shortstop until the 8th inning when our shortstop goes to pitch, but I would start on the Yankees. Can't stop, won't stop, Chang, it's shortstop. Can't stop, won't stop, Chang, stop. So Peter gets Sam. Yes, I'm on a first name basis with my mentee and his side chick, his situationship. First name basis. As soon as B was announced, remember, you asked the question, you asked a question, which was, can you do hockey? Can you make it a hockey analogy? Can you make it a hockey analogy? Can you make it a hockey analogy? Here's the hockey analogy. It works for money and entrepreneurship all the time, 90%, 95, 99% of the time. I keep on thinking I'm not as good as I am, but then I remember I'm supposed to be honest this week. I got a bet with Harvard that I I got a bet right now going with Harvard, which is why I did the 39 days because I was cheating. I was cheating by doing the 39 days of women's issues with genius women shit. I was cheating. That's why I did it, in case you were wondering. Because those 3 videos, there it is actually impossible to come up with the content more genius than those 3 days of videos. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you add in Thursday, just unstoppable. Today's I mean it's a legendary day. It's the best video you've ever watched. But to me, it's just regular boat video. Because, Larry, can you put it in a hockey analogy? Every time hockey. But hockey's complex. It's 5-dimensional chess. It's the definition of skating to where the puck is going to go. That's for dimension 4, dimension 5. Because you're seeing it in your mind. Hashtag Bill Horbach, who taught me hockey. Look him up. William Horbach, Bill Horbach. Sam Altman, he was anointed to teach B. Maybe he had 2% of my entrepreneurship knowledge and 30% of my financial achievement. Maybe 30%, probably less, but definitely a percentage. As soon as Peter Thiel said Sam Altman teach B, I was angry. I did every letter in the alphabet, especially D. The whole time Peter taught CS 183, he never spoke about forward deployed engineering because he knew that he stole that from Mark McCormack, chapter 9, Larry Chang, chapter 6. He knew this, which is why this is inside baseball. So when B got announced, I did all the letters of the alphabet. So some people think I talk too much. Some people put me on mute, aka block me. This is a problem when I get you all up in your emotions because after Sam Altman's done teaching, Reid Hoffman teaches C. And I know it sounds like the lineup coming off of Epstein's Island. I know it sounds like the lineup. Maybe that's who brokered it. He's still alive. I'm going to ask him when I punch him in the ego, which is Reid Hoffman teaching CS183C blitzscaling. So after CS183 finishes, Sam Altman asks, okay, C was finished. Who's going to teach CS183D? Who's going to teach CS183D? This is called skating to where the puck is going. You see, I can't put it into another hockey analogy that you can benefit from, which is, have you booked your travel February 10 through February 15, Los Angeles Super Bowl 2027. Let me repeat that because you might have thought that I misspoke because you're like, Larry, the Super Bowl's February 8th in Santa Clara, San Francisco. Yeah, but that's 2026. That's in a month. I could get other people to get a free vacation from Tucson, Arizona to Santa Clara. I could do it, but you are asking demoralizing questions. Is this a Ponzi? Is Larry Chang really good looking? Is he going to try to sleep with me? You're really good looking, Larry. No homo. No, I don't need you to join my cult. It's not even a cult. And if I did start a cult, I wouldn't be the cult leader trying to sleep with employees because I am at zero point 0.0 employees slept with. I'm also at pretty much zero point 0.0 Stanford students that I've slept with. It's pretty much zero point 0.0. It's pretty much zero point 0.0. It's pretty much zero point 0.0. So if I didn't sleep with students at Stanford where it's pretty much zero point 0.0, why would I start a cult? I mean, Stanford was like, it was on a T. It was on a T. Ditto Duck 9. 0 employees slept with. Duck 9 employees, super hot because it's sorority girls selling to sorority girls. It's guys selling to sorority houses. You've got to have Riz. You got to have Riz. What's Larry's YouTube goal? Is there one? FAGFF. You always ask bad questions. You always ask bad questions. I answered that last question. You affected me. It was fuck around, get rich. And you're like, I don't want to get rich. What's your goal? I want you to be eating some DoorDash because you did one boomer, that's you, one boomer to book. You're probably here not on my channel. Actually, let's just talk about my channel. No, we're going to talk about what I wanted to talk about. Because I was looking around, I was like, are other people's content better than mine? Because why am I getting under 3 million views? Other people must be really ginning out some good content. I saw some of the most brain rot, cringe shit I've ever seen. One good room that was halfway decent. Guess who else was in it? Ron. Ron was watching a dude read a Bible. I'm like, I am never going to watch another YouTube live because it kind of got me sad. One guy was running an illegal lottery. If they're not getting shadow banned and they're getting augmented, should I run an illegal lottery? Question. What is Larry Chang's YouTube goal? I've been doing my goal the whole time, which is Yahtzee. I've been doing it the whole time. I'm just trying to be upset. I'm trying to be angry. Like I'm a happy kind of angry. Like I'm trying to be angry about it. Because I DGAF, but I'm a happy kind of angry. And also it's called the Crazy Ivan in social media, transitioning to Web 12, which is I don't care what people are doing at a place I don't want to go, but I am curious. But I did see Ron in the only room that was tolerable, which was a dude reading a Bible. All the other rooms were, oh my, or the channels. I call them rooms because it was Clubhouse. This is my YouTube practice. What I want to do with my channel is I want to get Larry the Starfish. I want to get Larry some starfish, some love. This is what I know. This is us playing Yahtzee. This economy, it's more fucked than since time began because there are countries that are on the brink. Also, there is so much fraud of not everything is bullshit. It's more bullshit than any bullshit. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. But here's the thing that I realized that caused me to be empowered. I'm empowered because I've been through a set of bullshit that prepared me to tell other people how shitty it used to be. You see, in Silicon Valley from Illinois, not nobody cared, but nobody believed how shitty the University of Illinois was. People are just like, oh yeah. And then everybody who went to the University of Illinois, we all know how shitty it was. That's why we run shit in Silicon Valley. Where what U of I taught me, in addition to the fact that some shit is really, really, really good, Zoomdahl, really, really good. Daniel Metz, really, really good. Professor Wolf, he could have expelled me out of physics, engineering, but instead of expelling me, he gave me a monopoly to sell physics notes. It was the best, but it was also some of the Epstein Island flavor of what the actual F is going on at this college. You see, where we're headed is you're all having to go to the University of Illinois and you're all going to have to muddle through thermodynamics. And that is not caligula, that is not analogy, that is not metaphor, that is not simile. This is why what I said, and I'll repeat it because I'm not joking, it's where everyone's headed. You're headed towards a University of Illinois experience forcing you to understand thermodynamics while simultaneously food starving you or psychologically operating on you to be what the F is actually going on. Once I understood what was going on to me at the University of Illinois, no homo, I understood that I understood everything about everything with while simultaneously being retarded. The reason I say thermodynamics, because that's the most confusing thing, is the future's here. It's thermodynamics money. It's just not evenly understood. It's not evenly distributed, and nobody understands what I'm talking about. All of what you're saying is why I just watch my entire life so far for. I don't understand that. All of what you are saying is why I just wrench my life entire so far. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. What do you mean you wrench your life? Uh, okay. Okay. Let me finish this and then I'll try to address that. You're talking about Web 4. Remind me Web 4 because you're throwing me off in a good way. In a good way, you're throwing me off. Prices are going to hyperinflate. People are going to lose their shit. This has happened in the history of the world 6,600 times already. It's what happens when fiat currency dies. There's going to be an extinction burst. It might be 1 year away, it might be 15 years away. It's Neil Howe the fourth turning. The reason I keep saying University of Illinois is people were lying to me. They didn't mean to lie to me. And once I understood that, and I never would have understood it had my mother not have died when I was 11. Because some people, they don't mean to be lying to you. They just don't know what's going on. And they're not even hoping for the best. They're pretty depressed too. Can you make this into a hockey analogy? It's you're a starfish, hockey analogy, or reading ahead. There's a reason that you can't read. It's because the government does not want educated people. Here's the thing that's a joke, which is why political memes on X are so echo chambered. It's because the people that are like me that love Bitcoin, we get it. What other people don't get is this is the first time they've ever swallowed 3 red pills and now they're black pill. Is that what you mean by all of what you're saying is why I just wrench my entire life for? Where now you're kind of black pilled, you don't really cold open women, you're kind of just, you had too much, and then now you're trying to do retard maxing 6X's. Hashtag retard maxing. Hashtag retard maxing. Where the most genius people, right back to Larry Chang, sorry, it's Larry Chang. He's such a retard. Is he actually smart? Because right now, the smartest people in the world are retards, or those are the people that are going to survive. Everyone else, short shelf life. Short shelf life. The gender's blurring. That's right out of Roman Empire. Caligula, sexualized everything, bread and circus, red pill, red pill, red pill, all black pilled. Even Jesus Christ with the money changers. Look at silver. In your timeline, is silver $8,000 yet? Because somebody skate to where the puck's going. Where's the puck? It's lecture 11, hashtag StramGT353. Did you come to my live called What They Don't Teach Women at Harvard Business School? Because that's lecture 11, which is StramGT353, collateral, default, rope to choke. Maybe these concepts are too aggressive. All you do is you send me a gift card for P.F. Chang's. Have you eaten at P.F. Chang's before? It's delightfully affordable Chinese food served up super fresh, where the people that cook the food, they actually want to eat the food because you're cooking at P.F. Chang's, you're a Mexican. You see, when Mexican people cook the Chinese food, you know it's going to come out super well. You see, when the Chinese person cooks the Chinese food, they're like, I'm too smart. I'm bored of cooking this food. But when the Mexican retard cooks the food, they're going to be like, oh, me so Mexican. If they don't pick up the DoorDash, I'm going to eat this Mexican food. I'm going to eat it because I'm a Mexican making Chinese food. That's how they make the food. Okay. You don't want some genius Chinese person going off script. Oh, you wanted the dan dan noodles? Well, I'm going to substitute the spice. I'm going to add in mushroom. I'm going to substitute out the noodles. And then you get it and you're like, this doesn't taste the same. This tastes better. And then now you're fucked because the dan dan noodles are only $16. And you're like, hey, can you cook the dan dan noodles the way that Larry Chang cooked it? please. Larry, do you even cook dan dan noodles? Yeah, yeah. At the at the ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. At the Dorian Hotel, I'm getting goosebumps right now. I'm getting goosebumps because I cooked for. I mean, I'm just gonna say who I cooked for. I cooked for owners of NFL teams in my room because I gave them my room. I gave them my room. Why did I give an NFL owner my room? It's because I don't roll into any Super Bowl with one set of housing. What am I? A white or black person? Why would I only book one set of housing? It's like that rich person who only has one house. Like, what? What? How do you not have at least X house, right? Now, rich people all sold all of our houses, and we're like, we don't even have a house. We rent. Am I talking about Larry Chang or Elon Musk? Plus, when you look up rich people, technically, no rich person technically owns a house because specifically we put it into a blind trust. I'm not going to run into a random three way and then the two girls sue me because they're like, that's not our signature, even though we signed over consent to buy your sperm for $275,000. We signed that under duress. And then the liberal judge throws out the agreement because, oh, their vaginas were swollen. They had vaginal mucus. You are going to hold out penis. I'm going to rule that this contract was signed under duress. Sexual duress from me holding out. Duress is duress in the eyes of the law. What? What? Then that means you could throw out any contract. Oh, sorry. I bought your Ferrari. I bought your Corvette. I bought your Lamborghini, which is to me, no, 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 because guys like me die all the time in vehicles like that. Your Honor, I signed that contract under duress. You see, I had wood when I was buying my. What car am I going to buy that's a sedan? The Lamborghini sedan? They discontinued it though. Anyway, Your Honor, I signed that contract with while being engorged with my third brain. Can we throw out the contract? So, when my mother died, I realized that old people would just randomly say stupid shit. And if I didn't come to that conclusion, when old people again would say stupid shit, I'd have been fucked. Like fucked. Where I'd be like, what? Old people are just making shit up? The Federal Reserve. It's not federal. There's nothing in reserve. Yahtzee, which is us wrapping up with this sentence, which is enjoy attending the University of Illinois. You're going to have to master Web 5 because money. We need rules for money. We need to get rid of the rulers. That happened October 31, 2008. That already happened. There's not going to be a global reset. It got reset. It's like a video game that you don't know about. I'm playing. That's why, Ron, when you're asking, hey, what's Larry Chang's, you're so talented. You're so talented. What's your goal? Where after every video, you don't believe that this is the best video you've ever watched because you go water it down with somebody else's stupid shit. I mean, come on. If I'm, do you see that? You see that, right? You is that everybody waters it down. Me, when I met Mark McCormack via my fax machine at my dorm room at the University of Illinois, people be like, "Oh, you don't need a fax machine in your room." I'm like, "Thank you for telling me that you don't think I'm a genius who's currently being retarded." That's why people are going to get screwed, is that only the retards. It's not like crickets, where crickets survive. Crickets are going to die, okay? Because some liberal who's going to eat them, okay? Crickets are going to be in short supply. People are going to eat that. Oh, you eat dog. Yeah, crickets. Crickets, yeah, crickets don't make it. Crickets don't make it. If there were a market to short crickets, insects, edible insects, no, no. Like, people are going to eat that. The retards, they're going to see a loaf of bread for what it is, which is which is LinkedIn as my dating app. Have you guys watched that video? It's hilarious. It's hilarious because I don't need your phone number, okay? That's not me closing digits. I'm going to say no to you. That's how I close. Have you heard that the best way to make a woman orgasm is to tell her no? That's why LinkedIn is my dating app. Because if I'm going to say no to VCs, I'm definitely going to say no to women. This is future content. You're welcome, which is not me, but it's just funny content, which is my loaf of stale bread sliced is my dating app. Because people, when they're starved, they will literally do anything for one slice of stale bread. Ugh. Was that too prostitutorial? Not me, okay? I don't need to give you a slice of bread so that way you give me a slice of okay? But that's why LinkedIn as my dating app, that's funny because take it to its extrapolated conclusion. Skate to where the puck's going. Did you laugh a little bit? Did you laugh and have a good time? Maybe instead of laughing the whole time or flicking your bean, what the actual F? I have to give consent for you to do that, okay? Because I can't say no. It's a monologue. What am I going to do? Say, stop, stop, stop. Stop beating your dolphin. Stop. Stop. Don't. Stop. Don't. Instead of that much, why don't you get your 3 sticky fingers together and get a pen? Because your sugar daddy is causing you to go bankrupt. I am not your sugar daddy. I am your drizzle. I'm the sugar daddy that's helping you understand the business model of reverse sugar daddy, which is I look like I could be your sugar daddy, but you're actually giving me a gift. Why? Because your sugar daddy is causing you to go bankrupt. When you give me a gift, like a new Rolex, you benefit. You can't borrow money to give me a Rolex. That's not allowed. Not allowed to borrow money to give me dinner, Rolex, or dinner first, your coach class ticket. No credit card debt, no credit card debt, no credit card debt. Oh, is that back on topic? Duck 9, deeply understanding credit knowledge, deeply understanding capital knowledge, deeply understanding venture capital knowledge, deeply understanding Chinese knowledge. Could you imagine if we're related? If you asked me for $1,000,000, you would not be my family. Do you realize that there are 0.0 Chang family members that have asked to borrow $1,000,000 or invest $1,000,000? Think about that. Think about that. Larry the Starfish, Duck 9, turnarounds. This is me turning you around for giggles and shits. Did you enjoy your turnaround? Remember, even though this video was perfect, don't be intimidated. YouTube, it's a practice, not a perfection. Larry, your video is far from perfect. Well, go ahead and comment what I could do better or try to pee on this parade of you by realizing when you're trying to pee, you're a girl peeing into the wind and it doesn't really spray up. So you're going to have to cup it and then throw it in your face. That's peeing into the wind as if you're feminized but with a pseudo penis. Or pee on my wall because you're like, I'm going to pee on Larry's wall because I want to own Larry because I'm a girl dog and I want to pee on his wall, kind of like a Facebook wall. Oh, sorry. Larry, your salute's not so good. Tell me how it can improve. West Point recruited me. My parents said no.